Inside the dress designed bedroom at evening, there sat Suga on the couch with plain expressions, looking through the mobile calmly in the stillness of quiet atmosphere. The silence soon shattered when the door of room slowly opened a little, taking the attention of Suga, whose ears are sharp enough to catch the slightest noise as he moved his murky gaze upwards to look at the slightly opened door. The door is barely opened, so fixed stare sees the small, bright-haired head, which is peeking in the room silently. The sight only brings an unnoticeable grin on the rough pears of his, from the innocent acts of azure from other side. Suga placed his phone aside as he stared at the sight. The glimpse of those bright rosy hairs are easily recognized by Stalwart, who is familiar from those soft banks passionately. Suga faked cough, still staring at the tiny form. As soon as his deep voice reached ears of Azure, she hurriedly sided from the door. The adorable act only made Suga let out a breathless chuckle, which is heard by Delicate from the opposite side of door. Azure's cheeks turned red, flustered about the fact that she has been cuffed by Brownie Male. "You can come inside, Azure," he said in polite tone, making Azure's heart skip a beat. Azure slowly opened the door, stepping inside with tiny steps, her fair cheeks now covered in pastel hues. She stood a little far from Suga, who is mesmerized by her simple acts. "I was just..." Before she could complete her words, Suga gestured her to take seat in front of him. Azure tucked her pink locks behind her radiant ear with mellow moves before sitting. "You have no need to explain. Next time, just appear in my room, and you can gaze at me with your those dreamy eyes for as long as you desire." "Hmm," he said in tender tone, only meant for pink-haired. Azure Downley bit her lower lip nervously as she gazed admiringly into the dark orbs that seized beyond, as she slowly nodded at the words of assertive in a dainty mannerism. Harry steps inside the room, her eyes scanning the space, which is redolent with manly aroma, a subtle blend of leather. As she breathes in deeper, a small smile plays on her lips when her eyes sparkling with delight. As she takes another step into the room, her heart skips a bit. She let the scent fill her lungs. She stands suddenly lost in thoughts, oblivious to the presence of someone standing mere inches behind her. Ari was walking down the hallway, her eyes wander, taking in the familiar sight, but then something catches her attention as she felt the aroma of elders which seems to envelop her completely under. She can't help but be drawn to it, her feet seemingly moving of their own accord as she steps in the room, as her eyes fall over the leather jacket of Mills, which make her eyes passionate. Inversed is the chiseled figure towers over her, his broad shoulders and well-built arms on full display, chest is sharp with the fitted outwear, rise and falls with each steady breath, while eyes intently on beloved, burning within a quiet passion. The small frame is standing back facing him, the soft wisp of her hair that escape her ponytail and the delicate slope of her shoulders is getting inserted within ominous sobs whose face is calm belies the affection for the dainty being. Airy turns to leave but startled to find her delicate frame standing against a hard chest. She gasps softly. her brows frowning in surprise as she looked at V before her, staring at her vulnerable face, making her feel warmth of his body seep into her, that make her feel small and fragile, as if the gaze of his holds her captive when his essence take in the sight of her upturned face. I did not mean to intrude here. My mom is calling me. I'll leave now, she stated with shudder, as if words stuck in her throat cause of the rugged male near. A hint of color rise to her cheeks, spreading down to her neck like a warm flush. She lowered her eyes, can't be able to stare more into the deep orbs as the male holds authority and power which is emanating from him. With his lips pressed into a film line, Airy awaited for the response. Soon the heavy silence again broke by the voice of Sturdy, and that's when the steps of delegates made way towards the door, with shy smile playing over her luscious small lips. Next day, two males, Jamin and Seok, are standing beside their luxurious cars before the entrance of university while waiting for Azure and Airy, who are still not out from the university yet, as they stayed still. But soon their attention seeked hearing the familiar voices of both delegates, who are walking out from the entrance while talking with each other, grasping onto their books, notes, and heavy bags on their shoulders as well. The steps of Lourdes rested when their eyes fell on the males, who are from a little for looking at them as usual, waiting for them. They soon approached near them, finally stopping a few steps away from cars. You two took a lot of time after the lecture for leaving the class. We have been waiting for you since then. Let's forget about that and take seats, as me and Jaimin are already getting late for gym. Inverse in that moment, the noise of blue car echoed there as the car stopped in front of the university, a little far from two other vehicles of Jaimin's and Seok's in a mired way. The door of sleek cars soon opened from both sides of front, revealing the stoics who steps out from car in calm moves before they delayed their backs over the bonnet before removing the black shades from their murky eyes, scanning the whole vast area with their sharp eyes only to find their beloveds. But they strongly dislike the existence of other males near to their belongings, which is not pleasing them. The brownie males gained the attention of four of them, standing calmly side by side. The faces of Elunic seems to change into nervous ones as they take in the sight of elders staring at them with piercing gazes. When Jaimin and Seok again turned their faces towards Airy and Azure before speaking, making them glance at them as well. What you both are waiting for? Let's go, he said, waiting for fronters to respond them. Two of appealings parted their lips on the verge to speak something, glancing at V and Suga in between, watching them coming towards them with not so pleasing visages which somehow make them scared. Before any of one from them could speak something, their hearts escaped. At the sight, seeing elders finally approached them, standing authoritatively with their powerful physiques, gazing at small figures before any further move. Making youngers blink their eyes with gulp, feeling their stares probing their souls intensely. When afterwards the ominous orb shifted from them to the other two men, who are already staring at them with serious faces. I would not hesitate to take action if I even sense your presence near her. Don't test my resolve. Consider this your final warning. Keep your distance from her or face the wrath. Both gave deadly statements. Seok and Jamin keep their eyes fixed on stalwarts who glare at them fiercely, tightening their jaws, clenching the teeth, only to control the urge of there to break their bones just there, without caring about the place and surroundings. Airy and Azure are standing there, grasping the books tightly against their chest, not wanting any other scene to be created cause of them, not knowing what to do for stop this from going further. Their thoughts erupted by the grips of crude hands on their sensitive wrists, just in swift motion before Sugar and we start walking towards the car as they followed them silently when soon Wales unlocks the doors for them. Frail beings settled inside the interior with quiet moves, not wanting any further argument there as they glance at elders who pass the glare to Jaimin and Sok before setting inside as well.